Yeah, I'm sure Pirates fans will remember this guy. It was not so long ago when we last saw him play for Pirates, right? So I'm talking about the one and only Marshall Munetsi. Yeah, one of the best Zimbabwean imports that we have had in recent history in South African football. That's why you can see now he's on his way to go play in the Premier League. And that explains the fact that this guy he's really such a great player. So the Premier League side, Wolverhampton Wanderers have secured the services of the former Orlando Pirates midfielder Marshall Munetsi on a 3.5 year contract, right? And basically, it's also with an option to extend by 1 year. So Wolves actually came out, they announced the signing of Munetsi a few hours after the January transfer window closed on midnight last night, right? So it was like, look, the Premier League side actually reportedly paid over 400 million rand. 400 million rand, which is basically equivalent to 20 million in terms of the British pound. Yeah. So the Zimbabwean international, he actually had about like 2 years remaining on his Stade Reims contract, in the French League, and moreover, his move to the Premier League side has actually made him the most expensive Zimbabwean player at the moment. So Wolves have actually made Marshall Munetsi their second deadline day signing, bringing in the midfielder from Reims on a 3.5 year deal. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm actually excited for this, man. I'm actually excited for this. And I know a lot of Orlando Pirates fans are definitely excited because this is their former player. This is a player who actually did well at the Buccaneers. And that's why he deservedly secured a move overseas. And to see him playing in the Premier League, for the fact that we're going to see him playing every single weekend on our screens, is something that I think even us as South African supporters and as Zimbabweans, we should be excited for this because it's like, wow, man, this is incredible. This is really incredible. So the Zimbabwean international, whose contract actually includes a further 12-month option, he joins having played 159 games for Reims, 67 of which came alongside another of Wolves' January signing, Emmanuel Agbadu. Okay, so both Agbadu and Munetsi have signed for Wolverhampton Wanderers on the same day, on deadline day. And remember, they are both former teammates at Stade Reims in the French Ligue 1. So he also becomes the third Zimbabwean to join the Premier League side, because Wolverhampton Wanderers have already had another Zimbabwean international who goes by the name of Tawanda Chirewa. Okay, so Chirewa was loaned to League One side Huddersfield Town for the remainder of the season on deadline day as Munetsi actually arrived. And then the striker, Leon Chiwome, who carries the Zimbabwean heritage, is also part of the, Wolverhampton Wanderers setup, right? So Wolves actually want a strong side ahead of the final stretch of the season because remember, they are fighting relegation. They're in a relegation battle and they only sit 2 points above the drop zone. And meanwhile, Reims are now beset with searching for a fitting replacement for the former Pirates man. Munetsi left a big void at the French club, where he was one of the team captains. And he actually played a massive role in Stade Reims actually being able to avoid relegation and actually finishing in mid-table for a couple of seasons. So you can tell that that's actually a big loss for the French side. And he also joined the French side on July 2019 after a decent spell with Orlando Pirates, as I did mention, in the Premier Soccer League. He also played for Baroka FC. And this combative midfielder who went on to establish himself at Rams's mainstay in his last 5 years. It's so incredible when you look at the rise of this guy. He's had an incredible rise. I mean, from Baroka, to Pirates, to, Stade Reims. Now he's going to be playing in the Premier League. Soon we're going to be seeing him playing against Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Man United, all the big clubs that you expect to see him playing against, So it's actually one thing that really brings so much joy to my heart and it gets me so excited, to actually see what's actually on offer, what he has to offer Wolverhampton Wanderers. And this season, he has featured in 19 games and actually scored 4 goals with 2 assists. So that's basically 6 goal contributions in 19 games, which is pretty decent for a midfielder. I mean, of his caliber, it's pretty decent. Those are decent numbers. But from a midfield perspective, we don't always focus on stats. We focus on what this person brings to the team, what impact this person has. Because, you got to understand that football games are won in the midfield. Yes, goals do win you games. Yes, results win you games. But football is always won in the midfield of the park. Because if you come second best in the midfield, you're going to lose the game of football. And in total, he's a Harare-born midfielder. So he has made 159 appearances for the French side in all competitions, and he scored 21 times, and he has registered 14 assists. So that's also, again, it's not such a bad stat for like a defensive midfielder. That's actually an incredible statistic. For a defensive midfielder, I think that's actually incredible statistics, because it's like, what? Now, basically, how can I put this? That's basically what? 35 goal contributions that he has under his belt. Wow. That's just incredible, bro. So plausibly, he leaves France after making a good impression, and that also saw him being nominated for the prestigious Marc Vivien Foe Award in 2023. So yeah, remember Wolverhampton Wanderers was the same team where Relebohile Mofokeng went on trials last season. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is actually massive. And good luck to him, man. I wish him nothing but all the best in the Premier League. And may he fly the Zimbabwean flag high and also make us all proud as Southern Africans.